Alright, good afternoon everyone. Today is Thursday, February 14th, 2013, Valentine's Day. We got our 2 points early this morning. We got them in about, well, a couple of minutes. Two trades, 2 points. Well, it was actually two trades and $110 a contract is what it was. Took us 2 minutes. 2 trades, 2 minutes, 2 points. Not too bad. No pun intended. Let me go over the overall results. So we ended with plus 10 ticks on gold, plus 5 ticks on natural gas, plus 3 ticks on soybeans. Okay. We were actually up a little better than that, but I lost 1 on gold, so we dropped down 8 ticks. We were up 18 ticks on gold. So for the month, let me get my little spreadsheet out here. Hold on a second. Here we go. On the month right now, we are, oh, hold on, I didn't add it in. Just give me 1 second here. I'll get it together for you. 1262.5 plus 187.5. We were up $1,450 a contract in the live trading room on the month. There was one day this month where we didn't hit what we wanted to do right here. Not in the live trading room. I did it in the break between the live trading room and the afternoon session, but I did not get it in the live trading room. Okay, that said, we're up $1,450 a contract on the month in the 8 or 9 trading days that we've had here so far, and that's it. To sign up for a free trial with us, go to www.cfrn.net/apply. In the free trial, you will get access to all of the indicators that you see here. You will get access to the charting platform that you see here. You'll be able to paper trade with us. If you want to paper trade with the trades that we take, you can do a lot of things in there. You can actually learn the trade setups. We'll do our best to teach you the trade setups so you can start trading profitably as soon as possible. Okay. Let's see. We can also give you, well, we'll give you access to everything that we have except for the partners meetings, which we happen to have tonight, and access to the members area. Okay. You'll have access to Dwayne and myself as well if you have any questions, any direct questions. All right. Speaking of the partners meetings, we do have a partners meeting tonight. The weekly partners meeting is tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and we'll be talking to you about that later on. We're going to try to keep it a little shorter tonight because it is Valentine's Day, and I realize that some of you guys may want to go spend time with your significant others. So we are going to do our best. Yeah, 5 luxurious days. That's what they are, Frank. 5 luxurious days in our live trading room. All right, let's just get on to the trades. Okay. Let's see. Crude oil. We only had 1 trade on crude this morning. I think we had 8 trades in total this morning. To get where we were. We were actually, we were up to, 267.50 on 7 trades, and that 8th trade brought us back down to 187.50. This was our first trade this morning on crude oil. It went up, and it was, plus 5 or 6 ticks, and it came back down right here, and it took me out at break even. Okay. It did end up moving up. Now, what you get, let me show you the setup here, okay? Let me show everyone the setup. Hey, there was one more thing I wanted to point out. I will have to do it in just a minute. I'll do it after I show you the setup here. This is the same setup that we're going to use on every market. This is a crude chart from, I don't know, a month or 2 ago. But it's the same setup that we're going to use on every single market. The same set of indicators, the same everything. All right. The same time frame. They're 4-tick range charts. They're range charts, not 4-tick charts. They're range charts. But you look for the bullish cross, the space, pull back to the BBC with an up close and bullish divergence. And this was a textbook trade right here. I got long in there, and it ended up going up here, but once it got up here, I moved my stop to break even, and it took me out of break even. Then it went up. There was a follow-up trade right here that you could have taken as well, right here. Same thing. That moved up very nicely. All right. I think what I was telling everyone in the live trading room at the time was once we get the close up above the MA1 right here, that this trade should really take off. And it did. Once it closed up above the MA1, it went from 97.49 all the way up to 97.69. That's $200 a contract right there. And there were a couple of opportunities to enter into it as well. All right. Then the crude oil got a little choppy in here, and we stopped really looking at the crude for the most part. It's got an opportunity right now. This is what you would be looking at. It's testing the BBC. A down close on this. If you get a down close on the current bar, you would be able to take that short right there. Okay, a down close on the current bar, you'd be able to go short. All right, it's just about to close down too. It would be 97.46 would be your entry. All right, that's crude oil. I'm going to slide that over. The Russell, we didn't do much with the Russell this morning. We really didn't look at it that much either. It was moving around, but it was choppy the way it was moving around. There was one textbook trade right in here that we didn't enter right there. I believe at the time the ES was going right into the weekly trading zone. That's why we didn't enter it. We were looking at the ES going right into the weekly trading zone. Eventually the ES got through the zone, and the Russell, it was struggling right in here. But eventually once the ES got through, the Russell started to move as well. There was one little long trade right in here that I had noticed, but that was the end of the morning session right in here. And that's where we stopped. I didn't take any trades on the Russell this morning. Gold. Let's look at gold. Gold is where I made the 2 points today, early on. It was actually even a little bit in the pre-market here. All right, my first trade was right here. After I entered the trade, it ran up 10 ticks, or 2 points equivalent, and I moved my stop up to break even. It came back down and stopped me out at break even. Then the employment report came out, so there was a bunch of movement in there. And I was telling the guys that were in the live trading room at the time that I could easily make my 2 points. Right in with all that movement, I could easily make my 2 points, and I asked if they would verify it for me if I did, and they said yes, so I did. There was an opportunity to get long right in here. I missed that one, but I did grab this one, and this is where I got my 2 points this morning. Right here. This one took 19 seconds to get my 2 points. All right. You can see there were a bunch more opportunities in here as it was moving around. Hang on, I want to point something else out to you. That crude oil trade, if any of you guys that were watching on the crude oil trade just a minute ago, I said 97.46 was a spot to short. If we get a close down below the MA1 right here, it should easily get through this level right here. Okay, but from 97.46, it already dropped down all the way to 97.40 for a $60 gain per contract. Okay. If we get a down close below the MA1, you should see the green line move down into the cycle. Remember, the potential for the trade is shown between the distance between the green line and the cycle. Okay, the potential for the trade is the distance between the green line and the cycle. So you want to get that down close, and then you should see if we get a down close on this bar, the green line will probably drop down to about here, and you want to see it get all the way down into the cycle. That would probably bring crude oil down to 97.33 right in here, 97.33 to 37. Yeah, probably 97.33, I would think, down to that level. All right, sliding that over. Sorry, just a little aside there. In the gold, I was scrolling back to the live session here in the morning. Once the market opened up, there was a nice opportunity right here to enter on the gold. I know a bunch of the guys in the live trading room took that and made their 2 points right here in the first few minutes. They made their 2 points. There were more opportunities in here. I took this one, made another 7 ticks on this. We had the bearish cross, it tested the BBC with a down close with bearish divergence. I jumped in there and took some profit. Let's see. All right. There was more opportunity in here. Short trades right here. This was about 7 ticks profit right here on this one, and it turned around. It went up. There was an opportunity to get long. Well, you would have needed to close above the trend line, so right here would have been the spot. I didn't take that. I was showing it, and I didn't actually take it. That one would have stopped you out quickly. You would have stopped out on that one. There was an opportunity to get short in here. You had bearish divergence, tested the BBC, and it closed down below the trend line. All right. There were more opportunities in here as well. I did not take them, but there were more opportunities in here as well. Right here was a down close with a little bit of bearish divergence, and that went down pretty nicely. Scrolling over to the one that I actually did take in here. Here it was. Okay, this is the one that I took toward the end that lost. It was a textbook trade, had bullish cross, space, pullback, tested the BBC with an up close with blue on the cycle. It stopped me out immediately before it ran up in the direction I was looking for it to go. 1640.1, and it dropped down to 1638.9. So it dropped down, whatever that is, 11 ticks it dropped. My stop was 8. So it stopped me out at -8 ticks. And then it ran up, did exactly what I thought it was going to do. There was another opportunity in here to grab it. Let's see. And that was pretty much where we stopped looking at it in the morning session here. The down close over here, there was nothing happening right in here because the MA1 was above the BBC in there. In here, the down close was right there. Okay, so there was an opportunity for that to go. Let's just a second. Back to the crude trade. If you guys get into the crude trade, I said this was going to move down to about here. It just did. Look for it to get through here and the green line to get all the way down to the cycle. All right, I'm looking at 97.33, 35, possibly on that. I wouldn't have any risk on the trade at this point. All right, if you guys are still in it. Sorry, I'm just, for everybody that's in here that's not a partner at CFRN, that's pretty much how we do things in the live trading room. I'll tell you where to get in. I'll tell you what to look for. I'll show you my trade if I have it on. I don't actually have this trade on, but I'll sort of help you through the trades. All right, now right in here, we'll see right there, and right there were some opportunities. Okay, we had bearish divergence down here, down closes below the trend lines. I didn't show you that picture yet. Let me bring that picture up. Here's that picture. Okay, now the trend lines come into play in two cases: when it doesn't pull all the way back up to the BBC, or when the cycle changes color during the pullback. All right, you can see all this right over here. In this case, it didn't pull back to the BBC and the trend line changed color, so you would wait for the close down below that. I mean, not the trend line, but the cycle changed color. You would wait for the close down below the trend line to jump into that and anticipate that the green line is going to work its way into the cycle. Same thing over here, except this time the cycle was the right color, but it didn't pull back to the BBC. Okay, so you got the down close right there, and you could have written that right down. Same thing happening right over here. Oops, let me draw that trend line properly. Same thing happening right there. You got your down close right there, and down it went. All right. Over here, this was a little messy right in here, the way that it came together. That was probably happening so fast right there. Something happened really fast right here to make that come together the way that it did. You know, you can see 12.15 is right here, and then all these bars to 12.16. But as an actual setup, that's what you would have been looking for right there. Okay. But anyway, we're out of the morning session there. Let me jump over here for a second. This is soybeans. When the soybean market opened up, there was a long opportunity right in here, and then there was another one that followed up over here. All right, this was a little bit before the soybeans actually opened up, was right here. That moved up, and it came back down right at the open of the soybeans at 10:30 this morning. It came back down, tested the BBC, and gave an up close. If we go to this picture, okay, move up, come down, up close with a bullish divergence. So we had all that stuff going on, and I got long in there, and I took profit. It was up to, I think, 8 or 9 ticks profit at one point, or something like that. And I moved my stop to +3 ticks, and that's where I got out on the beans. That was the last trade that I really looked at on the beans. All right. Now we'll jump over here to the NQ. This was a trade that I took on the NQ this morning. I got long in here. It went up a little bit, it went down a little bit, it went up a little bit more, and then it finally came down and stopped me out at break even before it moved up. It got really choppy in here. The ES was going right into the weekly trading zone at this point, and the ES, the Russell, and the NQ all got really choppy right in there. You can see it was like very, very choppy in here on the NQ this morning. We didn't trade much of it at all. We only took that one trade, and we didn't look at it all that much either. Let's jump over here to the ES. Now, I had drawn a trend line on the ES a while back. We needed to get an up close off the BBC right here. Earlier on, though, we had a bullish cross with space, pull back down, tested the BBC with bullish divergence. We needed to get a close above this trend line because we had red on the cycle here at the up close of this. We did get the up close. The problem was that the weekly trading zone was right up above us, so we weren't looking to get into that, okay? Because the zone was right up above us, we weren't looking to get into that. It did go up. It did do what it should have done. it moved up. Okay. And just a second, guys. I wanted to slide this over here for those of you that are in that crude trade. I said 97.33 to 97.37 area. All right, we've just gone down at 97.35. Okay, the green line's just about down into the cycle. I would lock some profit in on that bad boy. All right, there's 34. And one more tick. One more down close, and that green line is going to be in the cycle. Okay. All right. Sorry. I digress. All right, and that was it. That was pretty much it on the ES. Okay. Let's jump over here and look at the natural gas. The natural gas had natural gas report came out this morning at 10:30. You can see all the bars here at 10:30. All right, it started right here, and then all those bars to 10:31. I got in the thing at 10:31. Oh, that crude oil is really dropping now. I got in the thing at 10:31 right over here, and I actually got excited about it when I moved my stop. It was bouncing around so fast. I was moving my stop, and I was managing it, but it was exciting for me. This is that crude trade. Now, I told you on the crude trade, what did I say? Up here, 97, wherever the entry was. It was right here, I think. 97.43 is what I said, right? We dropped right through that first level of 97.30, so it's still going down. Now we have a divergence again to set up for another possible short trade. All right, so for everyone that's in here that's watching, you watch this whole trade start from beginning to end. That's pretty much how we do it in the live trading room. If you haven't been in our live trading room, that's it. Okay. No, I didn't, Gary, but I do have to give you a call, though, Gary. I meant to give you a call last night. Can you type your phone number in here for me so I can just put it in my phone? Make sure I have it right. Dwayne, Burt, and myself are the only ones who can see it. All right. So I took this short over here on the natural gas. That was the only trade I took on the natural gas. It got pretty choppy. Well, not really choppy. It was trending down, but it was not a straight down trend. You know, it was struggling. It slowed down quite a bit after the news event came out. Okay. I'm going to move these pictures out of the way. I didn't trade anything on the euro or anything else. I think that's pretty much where I'm going to wrap it up. Okay, Gary, I'll give you a call in a little while. That's pretty much where I'm going to wrap it up here for the morning session, guys. Just a reminder to everyone who is on the free trial, if you want to get into the partners meeting tonight, you need to become a partner. So look in your email, sign up, not sign up, look in your email for the thing that says CFRN offer. All right, and just read it, take advantage of it, and we'll get you into that partners meeting tonight. If you don't have that email and you want that email, send us a quick email at support@cfrn.net, support@cfrn.net. All right, and yeah, that's right, Pete, and then just sign up. It's pretty straightforward. We try to make it as easy as possible. We really do. Right, the crude trade. This is, now up here was your entry on that. All right, you saw it drop all the way down. Even if you took this entry here at 97.43, it dropped all the way down to 97.07. That move right there in the time that I've been doing this, recap, 43 to, what is it, 7. That is $360 a contract right there. All right, in a single trade. And that's not that uncommon, you know. All right. That's it, guys. Going to wrap it up. We'll see you at the meeting tonight, or we'll see you in the morning.